Just 2 months before launch, the Galaxy S26 Ultra has basically spilled all its secrets. And trust me, the new leaks give us the clearest look yet at Samsung's next big flagship. Today on Tech Torch, I'm breaking down every confirmed detail, the upgrades, the changes, the pricing, and when you can actually get your hands on it. Since the S21 Ultra, Samsung hasn't really shaken things up. The design language stayed the same, the camera layout barely changed, and while the S25 Ultra was powerful, it just didn't deliver the big leap fans were hoping for. For many users, it felt underwhelming. But now, with the S26 Ultra, things finally look different. The leaks coming in feel almost final, and the picture they paint is a mix of exciting improvements, meaningful tweaks, and yes, a few new disappointments that nobody expected. Still, the shift is noticeable. So let's jump straight into the design. Samsung is going thinner and lighter this year, which is the opposite of what Apple is doing with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. That device is getting bulkier, while Samsung is focusing on comfort and a cleaner in-hand feel. It's a refreshing change. The S26 Ultra is expected to be around 7.9 millimeters thick and roughly 214 grams. That makes it one of next year's sleekest and lightest flagships, which should instantly improve day-to-day usability. The corners are also more rounded now, giving the device a softer, more premium profile. Even the S Pen gets a slight makeover. The clicky end is now curved so it fits flatter inside the slimmer frame. But there's one thing many users won't be happy about. The S Pen no longer supports Bluetooth. For some, that's going to feel like a step backward. A big visual change sits on the back. Instead of separate rings, Samsung has moved to a raised camera island. It looks cleaner and far more high-end compared to the S25 Ultra's floating lenses. But the real question remains, does this new island mean major camera upgrades? Overall, the S26 Ultra's redesign is pushing toward a more modern and refined look. The thinner body, smoother contours, and simplified layout give it a fresh identity we haven't seen from Samsung's Ultra series in years. It's subtle but meaningful. According to Ice Universe, Samsung is using its new M14 panel this year. Peak brightness should stay at 2600 nits, but the big upgrade is efficiency. With the help of CoE tech, this display should deliver noticeably better battery endurance compared to last year's model. Samsung is also introducing a new privacy feature called Flex Magic Pixel. It automatically dims the screen from side angles, making it harder for others to peek. It's a smart addition, especially for people who use their phones in public spaces, but still, some fans expected a bigger display leap. You'll also notice the front camera cutout is slightly larger than before. That's because the same 12-megapixel sensor now offers a wider 85-degree field of view. Since the lens itself is wider, the punch hole naturally looks bigger this time. Moving to the rear cameras, this is where things get interesting. The core setup is mostly unchanged from the S25 Ultra, a 200-megapixel main, 50-megapixel ultra-wide, 50-megapixel 5x telephoto, and a 10 or possibly 12-megapixel 3x zoom. Apertures are a bit larger, which should slightly improve low-light shots. That means every region will receive Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy. Fans have been asking for this for years, because Exynos still hasn't completely matched Apple's A-series or Qualcomm's top-tier performance. This decision alone is a huge win for Ultra buyers. Ice Universe also reports that the S26 lineup will use 12 GB LPDDR5X RAM at 10.7 gigabits per second. Many people expected the Ultra to finally start with 16 GB. But even without that jump, the faster RAM should still enhance multitasking and AI-heavy tasks noticeably. Before the pricing and release date, let's cover the most anticipated upgrades. The battery stays at 5,000 mAh, but the new chip and display efficiency should boost runtimes. The biggest improvement, though, is wired charging. Samsung is finally moving from 45 watts to 60 watts. Wireless charging is also getting an upgrade with 25 watts Key 2 and magnetic alignment. This brings a more secure connection, especially for mounts and accessories. Samsung is improving thermals too, so sustained performance should be much better during heavy workloads. Early rumors suggested a delayed launch, possibly slipping into March, but recent leaks say Samsung is sticking to its traditional schedule. That means the S26 Ultra should be unveiled in late January and hit shelves around mid-February, just like previous years. Pricing is expected to remain unchanged. The S26 Ultra should start at $1,299, the same as the S25 Ultra. With all the upgrades and global Snapdragon support, this pricing consistency is definitely a pleasant surprise. So what do you think about everything we've seen so far? Did these upgrades feel like the jump you were waiting for, or did Samsung still play it too safe? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more leak breakdowns and upcoming flagship coverage, make sure to check the next video.